Oh, what to take, what to take. Nah. Take the snowmobile. This is a 1998 Jeep Wrangler. Now, it's not just any Jeep Wrangler. This one's mine. Like a few other cars, such as the Beetle, the Mercedes G-Wagon, countless others have only changed their body style, maybe slightly, since when they first came out. Now, the Jeep Wrangler wasn't even called the Jeep when it was first made. Actually, it took them only 2 days to design the Jeep. Got it. With tensions rising with World War II, 3 companies, Bentman, Willis, and Ford, had developed this. Not this, the old one. Thus, born the Jeep. Now, many people don't know that Ford actually had somewhat of a big input on the original Jeep. Chrysler was nowhere to be found until later, who has bought out the brand. But the grille, as you know it today, was actually Ford's contribution to the Jeep. Now, as you see it today, the Wrangler has evolved quite a bit from its original form. This generation here has coils all the way around instead of leaf springs like the previous TJ model. This, I believe, is called the TJU. Now, this one, as you see it, comes in my favorite color, which is in a dark forest green. This is actually very similar to the car I learned how to drive manual on. And it's actually a really fun car. Or truck, whatever you want to call it. It's more like in a category of its own, because it's not exactly, I mean, it's kind of an SUV. It's a 4x4. It's just a Jeep. That's what it is. Really fantastic little truck. And in the short time I've had it, it's really grown on me. This wasn't exactly something I wanted to keep for very long, more like wanted to have fun with, then sell it later on, pick up something else. But this thing is actually a lot of fun. Now, as you see it, I'm standing in maybe a little bit higher than, more like shin deep in snow, and this thing just drives through it all. We had some snow here a couple days ago. I just got the starter replaced on it, so I'm just like, well, let's go have fun in the snow. And this thing does phenomenal. You have cars going snail speed. This thing just blows by them like a rally car. And that's really astonishing for, I mean, it's a Jeep, but I mean, the fact that it could just drive through this is just amazing. That 4-liter. Now, they have different variants of Sport, the Sahara, many different types of these, but really what you want is a 4-liter inline 6. I prefer a manual transmission. Automatic does the job too, but that's really what you got to look for. This one, really body-wise, isn't too bad. I mean, it's got some rust, door sills and stuff. Underneath looks pretty good. Frames, they really like to take a hit on these rust-wise. And with this one, the frame is actually really good. Underneath the car looks pretty good. There's no holes or anything like that, which is pretty amazing to me. Just some stuff on the exterior, which I'll get to in the spring, and I'll more than likely make a video about that. It needed some stuff. When I had bought it, it had a really weak starter, just barely made it home, so I replaced the starter, and then it was ready to go have fun again. I can't stress just how reliable these things are. My dad actually had one of these. He had the 4-cylinder when I was little. That's actually what I learned how to drive stick on. And I liked it a lot. Ever since then, I've always wanted to get a Wrangler. I was just never able to find one for a good deal. This one had popped up and I just knew I had to have it. Taking a different route than I normally would going home actually turned into me making a purchase on this Jeep. So I'm actually really happy about that. I picked this thing up for about $2,000 purchase price. On top of that, I had to pay registration, I had to replace the starter, I just bought new tires for it, so I'm probably will be closer to $3,000 pretty soon. But that really doesn't worry me. This thing does need a few things here and there, but what I do really like about this is that there's so much you could do with it. And it's not just a winter car. You could do so much with it in the summertime, for example. You know, you could take it out to the beach, you could go off-roading with it. You know, the top comes down. There's so much you could do with it, which I really like. I just can't get enough of how beautiful it is outside. It's nuts. I almost got stuck. But I got a Jeep. So getting stuck is not one of my problems. Oh, that really hurt. I feel like I'm sailing through snow. Oh, there's so much of it. Wow, this is like the most snow we've had in a really long time. Oh, I totally lost my box of stuff. And this thing is so covered in snow. Oh, that's awesome. It's how Jeep should be. Either covered in snow or mud. A couple things the previous owner left behind. 1 gallon of gas, jumper cables, and this. What the heck is this? What the heck does it say? Problems are a gift. Yeah. Jeeps don't give problems. They only take away problems because they're great. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm doing my best to keep the channel as diverse as possible with many different types of cars. If there's a car you guys want to see on my channel, let me know. I just might go out and buy it. I got a lot of cars. Anyway, videos coming up very soon. Working on my 1965 Beetle. There will be a video coming out about that very soon. And follow me on Instagram. It's madpattt with 3 T's. Would really appreciate the support. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe.